Hello dear students, myself Ganga Bhosle, your statistics teacher. In last lecture, we have learned about hypothesis testing, and in this hypothesis testing, we learn about one sample t-test and their example. In this t-test family, this t-test family comes with three tests. First one is our one sample t-test. Second, independent sample t-test, and third one is paired t-test. Okay, the independent sample t-test is used when the samples have taken from two different populations. This independent sample t-test is used when the samples have taken from two different populations, and the paired t-test is used when the data is taken from one population only but having two different observations. Now we solve example of independent sample t-test. It is always claimed that the girls are more intelligent than boys. A teacher produced data of recent examination conducted. The percentage of marks of 15 girls and boys students randomly taken from the declaration of the results of a class. Comment on the claim generally made at 5% level of significance regarding intelligence between genders. There percentage girls and percentage boys are given. Okay. First, we consider hypothesis is H0 is equal to x1 bar is equal to x2 bar. H0 okay. Here x1 are girls and x2 are boys. X1 are girls and x2 are boys. This is our null hypothesis, that is H0 is x1 bar is equal to x2 bar, and our alternative hypothesis becomes x1 bar is not equal to x2 bar. X1 bar is not equal to x2 bar. If x1 bar is not equal to x2 bar, then it becomes either x1 bar is greater than or equal to x2 bar, or x1 bar is less than or equal to x2 bar. Okay, this is our alternative hypothesis, that is for x1 bar is not equal to x2 bar, then either x1 bar is greater than or equal to x2 bar, or x1 bar is less than or equal to x2 bar. Then for this we have to construct a table, that is for first we write x1, that is percentage of girls, that is 69, 82, 73, 83 up to 79. Then in next just a minute, this is our direct A and this is our direct B. For this direct B table, we write here x2, that is percentage of boys, that is 53, 54, 62, 75 up to 70. Then for in next column, we have to find out x1 bar. Okay, x1 bar, that is summation of xi's divided by n. that is sum of this column, that is 69 plus 82 plus 73 plus 83 plus 66 plus 69 plus 85 plus 71 plus 83 plus 74 plus 82 plus 82 plus 69 plus 68 plus 79, and this sum is 35. Sum 1135. We write here 1135 divided by n, that is number of observations. There are 15 number of observations, so we write n is equal to 15. When we divide 1135 by 15, we get here 75.67. Similarly, we find out x2 bar. x2 bar, that is summation xi divided by n, which is equal to, then x2, that is 53 plus 54 up to 70, and their sum is 970. So we write here 970 divided by 15. 970 by 15 get 64.666. Sorry, that is x1 bar is equal to 75.67 and x2 bar is equal to 64.666. Then in this direct A table, we have to find out x1 minus x1 bar. Then first value of x1 is our 69. That is 69 minus here x1 bar, that is 75.67. 69 minus 75.67 is minus 6.67. Minus 6.67. Similarly, we find out all the values x1 minus x1 bar, that is for this 82, we have to calculate here 82 minus 75.67, and when we subtract these values, we get 6.33. Similarly, find out all these values. Then in next column, we have to find out x1 minus x1 bar bracket square, that is minus 6.67 its square, and the square of minus 6.67 is 44.4889. Similarly, find out the square of 6.33, that is 40.0689. Similarly, find out all the squares of the x1 minus x1 bar. Okay. Then in next table, here find out x2 minus x2 bar. What is the value of x2 here? Here the value of x2 is 53 and their respective x2 bar, that is 64.666. 64.666. When we subtract, we get minus 11.666. Similarly, find out all the values, and in next column we have to find out x2 minus x2 bar its square, that is minus 11.666 its square, and the square of minus 11.666 is 136.096. Similarly, find out all the values of x2 minus x2 bar its square. Then we have to find out summation, that is x1 minus x1 bar its square, and the sum of x1 minus x1 bar its square is 643.3335. That is, we add all these values, that is 44.4889 plus 40.0689 plus 7.1289. up to plus 11.0 sorry 11.0889. When we add all this term, we get 643.3335. Similarly, find out sum of x2 minus x2 bar its square, that is 136.096 plus 113.7636 plus 7.10756 up to 28.4516, and the sum of x2 minus x2 bar its square is 654.1982. Okay, then we have to find out standard deviation of percentage of girls and standard deviation of percentage of boys. Here standard deviation of percentage of girls, which is equal to under root x1 mod of x1 minus x1 bar square divided by n1, which is equal to under root sum of x1 minus x1 bar is here 643.3335. Here 643.3335 divided by n1, that is 15, which is equal to under root under root 42.8889, and the square root of 42.889 is 6.55. Then similarly we find out standard deviation of percentage of boys, which is equal to under root x2 minus x2 bar its square divided by n2, which is equal to under root here sum of x2 minus x2 bar its square is 654.1982. 654.1982 divided by 15, which is equal to under root 43.6132. That is when we divide 654.1982 by 15, we get 43.6132, and the square root of 43.6132 is 6.6040. Then we calculate combined standard deviation. This S is equal to under root summation x1 minus x1 bar its square plus summation x2 minus x2 bar its square divided by n1 plus n2 minus 2, which is equal to under root sum of x1 minus x1 bar square is 643.3335, and the sum of x2 minus x2 bar its square is 654.1982 divided by N1, that is 15, plus N2, that is 15 minus 2, which is equal to under root. When we add this term, we get 1297.5317 divided by 15 plus 15 is 30, 30 minus 2 is 28. And when we divide 1297.5317 by 28, we get 46.34041. And the square root value of 46.34041 is 6.8073, which is approximately equal to 6.81. And the variance that is V is equal to 6.81 its square, which is equal to 46.31. 46.31. Then we calculate standard error. Calculate standard error. The formula for standard error is S divided by under root 1 upon N1 plus 1 upon N2, which is equal to S, that is our combined SD, that is combined standard deviation, is 6.81. 6.81 divided by under root 1 upon N1, that is 15, plus 1 upon N2, that is 15, which is equal to 6.81 divided by, when we cross multiply these values, here we get 15 plus, under root 15 plus 15 divided by 225, that is 30 divided by 225. When we divide 30 by 225, and the square root of these values is 2.7387. 2.7387. And when we divide 6.81 by 2.7387, we get 2.48. Then we calculate T, and the formula for T is x1 bar minus x2 bar divided by S. Divided by S, which is equal to, the value of x1 bar is here 75.67 and x2 bar is 64.666, and the value of S, that is here standard error, that is S dot E. Write down these values. So we get 75.67 minus 64.66 divided by 2.48, which is equal to 11.01 divided by 2.48. When we divide 11.01 by 2.48, here we get 4.435. That is, we get calculated value of T is 4.435. 4.435. Then we have to calculate the table value from its Just a minute. We have to calculated t value with table value of t at 5% level of significance at degrees of freedom. Here number of observations are 15. So degrees of freedom is 15 minus 1 plus 15 minus 1. So here we get 15 minus 1 is 14 plus 14, which is equal to 28. That is degrees of freedom is 28. So here we have to calculate 28 degrees of freedom at 5% level of significance. 5% level of significance. So degrees of freedom is 28. Here is our 28. And at 5% level of significance, that is 0.05. So for this 28 degrees of freedom at 5% level of significance, that is here 2.048. 2.048. Sorry. So we get table value is 2.048. 2.048. This is our calculated value of t, and this is our table value of t. But here the calculated value is greater than the table value. So we have to reject null hypothesis and accept alternative hypothesis. In our case, the null hypothesis is x1 bar is equal to x2 bar. That is the percentage of marks scored by girls students and the percentage of marks scored by boys has no significant difference. That is, null hypothesis is rejected and alternative hypothesis, that is x1 bar is not equal to x2 bar is accepted. Now, as mentioned earlier, when we accepted the earlier hypothesis, alternative hypothesis, that is x1 bar is not equal to x2 bar, then we also need to comment on which of the alternative hypothesis from the following we have to accepting. That is x1 bar, either x1 bar is greater than or equal to x2 bar, or x1 bar is less than or equal to x2 bar. Here x1 bar is girls percentage and x2 bar is our boys percentage. So here we have entered the data of girls first, and the calculated value of t is a positive value. Hence we accept here x1 bar is greater than or equal to x2 bar, concluding that the girls score high compared to boys. That is, girls score high compared to boys. Okay, I hope all of you understood this example. Thank you.